to introduce to you the Mayor of San Diego. We're very honored to have Mayor Jerry Sanders. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you very much. Please sit down. This is absolutely a tremendous way to start a Monday morning. I want to thank Cece Stepp and Dee Albert for inviting me over today. I've got a long history at this school. I was a cop for 26 years, and I started in the early 1970s as a police officer, and I worked down all over this area, and it was a much different place in those days. And then I was the lieutenant in charge of this area, and it was a much different place. And then I was the captain in charge of this area command, and it was a much different place. And then as chief of police, I used to visit frequently, and it was a very different place. And it's obvious from what I'm seeing this morning, this is one of the most unbelievable changes I've ever seen in any institution. And it's not just in schools, but in anything. And change is really a hard thing. And for those of you who are students, and I know you're 10th graders, change is really a difficult process, and you're going through change every day now. You're changing in a lot of ways, and your parents see the change, and your teachers see the change, and your family sees the change, and just about everybody sees it, and you're feeling it. But that change is one of the most positive changes I think I've ever seen. And when I talk about that, a lot of students from Gompers have gone on and done great things. A lot of students from Gompers have gone on and been very successful. But in the past, a lot, in fact, the majority of the students from Gompers went on and didn't do great things. Because they didn't have the support of the community, and they didn't have the support of families, and they didn't have the support of their teachers, and they didn't have the support of people, the parents that are out here right now. And this is really, as I've watched this morning, and as I had a chance to talk to Director Riverall and talk to so many others, this is a generational changing thing at Gompers, which means that all of you not only have the opportunity to succeed, but the probability to succeed. This isn't one or two of you will be plucked out and going to college to some great school, and then the rest of you will try to get along. This is every single one of you have every opportunity in the world right now, in fact, every probability in the world right now of going to a great school. Every one of you have an opportunity to take a leadership position, not only in the next school you go to, but you have a chance to take a leadership position in the communities that you live in, which is San Diego, which are the smaller communities. And that's what's so exciting, because that's never been the case before. It was individuals struggling to do that. Now it is a collective group that have the greatest opportunity this school has ever seen, and probably this community's ever seen. And that's because you have a group of unbelievably dedicated community members and parents. It's because you have an unbelievably dedicated board of directors, and you've got an unbelievably dedicated director and staff and teachers and all the other folks who make your daily existence possible. But most of all, it's because all of you have chosen to take the challenge at this school. Now, you could go to another school and just kind of get by. Every single one of you, by the fact you're wearing a tie this morning, by the fact that you shake hands with somebody and look them directly in the eye, by the fact that you choose to participate longer hours than anybody else in the school districts around here, by the fact that you choose to work harder than most other students. That is a generational changing thing in this neighborhood. And you are going to be the leaders of this community. You're going to get a chance to go off and experience things that you've never dreamed of. You're going to get a chance to go to college, which is the best experience you can possibly have. Because you learn something different every day. You learn new things every day. And I used to tell my daughters, when they were in high school is a tough place. Everybody's expected to conform to the same thing. But when you go to college, when you go to a university, there is every different thing you could imagine. Different clubs, different activities, different fraternities, different sororities, whether they're honor societies, different groups that meet for different things, and you get a chance to pick whatever you want to study. And that is the most exciting thing I can tell you that all of you are looking forward to. Nobody directs you, you direct yourself when you get there, and you get out of it what you put into it. And if you get out of it just a little bit of what you're putting into it every day now, with the hard work that I see going on, with the dedication that I see going on by all of you, you're going to have great careers in college, and that great career in college translates into allowing you to follow your passion. Now I have to tell you, I know that teachers here could probably make a little bit more money somewhere else. They could probably make a lot more money somewhere else. This is a passion for them. And when you get out of college, you get to follow your passion. You get to do things that make sense to you. You get to give back in ways that you want to give back. You get to go out and do whatever you want to do. And it is a tremendously exciting time. And so many of the people and the leaders in this room have chosen to lead with their heart. And they've chosen to work with groups like you because they know they're changing the generation also. So I just wanted to congratulate all of the students here. You are setting a tremendous example for the rest of the students in San Diego. I want to encourage you to keep working as hard as you can, because every single second of hard work you put in now pays back 10 times later on. As you develop those habits, as you understand what's going on, as you pull little pieces of that discipline out when you're in tough times. But I also thank the teachers and the parents are the most critical part of this. But I thank Director Riverall and then people who have given back for literally decades, Cecil Stepp and Dee Dee Albert, who have given and given and given and given and given, and they're like the Energizer bunnies. I don't know when that energy ever runs out, but I see them everywhere, and they're leading everywhere. And this is a passion of theirs, and I think that says a lot about it. So Director Riverall, thank you very much. To the student body, Isaac, the rest of you, thank you very much for just an absolutely wonderful time. The performances up here were unbelievable. Now, I did think one of the guys was going to be in our lap for a second, but that was pure enthusiasm, and that's part of the reach. But I just want to thank you for a great way to start a week, and congratulations to each and every one.